Duelist. Yumpy is off of the breach. There goes like all the teamwork, and it's gonna be a really like sloppy, just messy fight, and it's gonna be awesome because something wild is gonna happen one way or another.
Well, we already have Yumpy with the Sheriff and he's dead. Well, it's fine.
Wait. I mean, hey, it's messy. It's fun.
Yes. For now though, Vitality gonna take the first couple of real steps towards that site. Response is there, but caution being aired by Liquid, sitting a little safer, making sure they keep CT and Waterfall safe. Plant's going to come in. A little bit of a glance towards CT. But, okay, not bad from Kiko. That's going to be safe gone. That's a nice little bit of damage on the way back through. Paranoia being toyed with. Smoke in first, and there's the Paranoia. Kick's gonna be forced off the angle, Nats takes the space. Liquid's on a clear house, and it looks like Vitality really trying to hold from the site itself, and it's all down to Trex. And he's done well on the first, he's gonna need some more. 23 HP is not enough for it. Liquid playing it back through after losing Yumpy so early. They were ready for this.
It's not something you're gonna hear me say often, but that was clean by Liquid.
Hold the phone.
Should I get a seat for you?
Please, please.
Maybe a seat belt as well to strap yourself in for this?
Talk to me, because it feels like it started on a completely different level, and then this retake, though, was really well crafted.
Yeah, we saw that combination with the seized and the nade there from the Raze onto the spike planner. Got it down to the 4-on-4, and then we saw, yeah, I'm pulling up my Paranoia. Wait a minute, I'm gonna smoke first, then we're gonna Paranoia, we're gonna move in together, and it's not like they're just like swinging one to the left, one to the right. They're moving it together, taking the kills, and they're just making sure that every kill is a trade. They're all set up together. They're not just like taking all these individual duels, which we're used to seeing from Liquid.
Yeah, this is, hey, maybe a good sign. Big info early as well. 3 noted there. Safe being well and does have a Sheriff for himself. The only other investment would be that Ghost with Runner. Let's see if Liquid can keep clean so far. I think that is going to be kind of the theme of this map, because I think a lot of us, after that first part of the split, were looking for maybe some better results from both of these sides. So, hoping we see a little bit of a glimpse of that here. Just going on orb duty for now.
I don't like what I just saw there. Nats has the deep trip setup. They have that info, that space. He pops his camera anyways, and both the camera and the tripwire go down, and they're still just over a minute when that happens. So now they're just like split across the map. Not ideal. Yumpy though, loved this position as Breach, and now he gets to do it as Yoru. Why not?
Yeah, even better. Gets out of danger for free. Good pick there, falls away. And he still holds the space. He knows they haven't pushed further in towards the site, so he can keep the players where they sit. You've still got the 2 on towards A, 2 towards C. Would it be nice to still have Nats with that utility there? Perhaps, but still. Mystics on the site. Going to send the Paranoia, maybe to deny a quick approach. And he's got to be careful to not get chipped down here. Goes back in for a bit more, spots a bit more. And now Nats left on duty. Comfy for 2. And now Trex, the last man alive. Got to be careful when it's Trex. Got to show this man a level of respect. Still a danger. But the spike where it is and the time being what it is, it's looking like this is going to be a second for Liquid. And it is. Lovely work from Liquid there. 4 standing. Josh, you're putting a tick in the box, surely.
Yeah, it's looking really good right now. Obviously going into the first gun round for Vitality, the bonus for Liquid. This is going to be really interesting to see kind of like what Liquid decides to do here, since they still have that Outlaw. They have a Spectre. They do have a couple Bulldogs. What is Enzo going to purchase? And kind of like, what is the pace that Vitality is going to do with, you know, the Neon? Traditionally, it means like go pretty quick.
Pacey,
but
yeah.
Maybe we see something kind of a little bit slow, let the round develop a little bit, find out what the setup is here from Liquid before we get to see anything.
I want to see what these 3 are up to.
Where are you?
Enzo, same early start. And Kiko being played in off the back of the TP. At least gets the first couple of glances. Doesn't quite check deep enough and gets cleared safe. Very quick to pull that trigger. And that's Kiko gone. The other side by now, Nats even taking some space here. Again, this is the bonus, so I don't mind them trying something a little bit more creative. Take a risk. Oh! That's going to sting a little. Runner is left alive on 20 HP.
But that's 2 down, 3 players alive for Liquid, and they are all split 1-1-1. They need to figure out a way to group and do something together. Otherwise, Mystic has to go huge.
Yeah, feast or famine sort of position. No way out from there. Runner's going to take him down. It could have been any of them. But the site's now available. As you highlighted earlier, they were across the map, right? 1 towards B, 1 towards A, and it was Mystic on C. So Vitality for now kind of weathering the storm, navigating very well in those choppy waters where there could have been danger. They made their way through relatively unscathed. Yeah, Runner got a little bit of damage done, safe, yeah. But still, Enzo and Yampi, this is going to be tough for them to find some impact from.
This is like the most optimal position that Vitality could be in right now. Because they're looking to keep everyone alive in the at the end here. Trex peeking out. It's not really necessary. Like, they've got the round in the back secured. All they have to do is not give up more weapons. A flawless round would have been perfect for these guys, but they're not going to get that. Trex going down. It's not the end of the world, but like Vitality going into that round, getting the 5-on-2 clean round. If they're able to close that out with 5 alive, that's perfect for them. I loved what Team Liquid tried there at the start of the round. What they did was Mystic he did like a jump peek, but he was like teleporting in the middle of his peek. He's gonna get the info, Kiko's gonna be able to peek behind it. Unfortunately, like I would love to see his replay POV to see like what he saw, what he didn't see, because Kiko, it seemed like wasn't ready for that peek.
Yeah, it's not to be that close by. Felt like it was a little bit out of like that, and again, from Safe's perspective, you see how it actually looked quite comfortable for him, and in the end didn't seem like he was challenged too far. But as it stands, a really good protocol list for Vitality, going through the motions there. We saw the Liquid trying to be a little bit tricky in how they're approaching it, trying to play them in on those weaker weapons, which I don't mind the idea of at all in a bonus. But now we get into the real thick of things. Now we look at what we've got. Kicks, very early ult to bring into play here potentially, and that could be a massive propellant forward. Let's see what the game plan is though.
I wonder when Vitality is going to realize that Team Liquid doesn't really have the amount of abilities to really shut down that A pressure early, and a lot of their focus has been towards C so far at the start of the rounds here. Yampi going aggressive again at the mound. Teleporter is set up.
That's a shoulder. He can hold this for a while. Stick around. Okay, this is getting a little bit more dangerous for Yampi here. Time to kind of get himself at least to get out of jail free card, which he's got there. Forced a little bit of utility on the clear through. And Vitality just testing the waters.
Time burnt from the clock as well. That's going to be really helpful for Team Liquid here. Vitality full abilities though. They basically use nothing to get that space.
It's like a late clear towards 8. Almost contact so far. Cleared through over by Rubble without any sort of threat. A little bit of a feint towards B, but there's the TP. Yep. Gonna have to call for some support here. Smoke's gonna go in, make it rather undesirable to try and filter through towards A, but the pivots towards B. The last two players that were left waiting was the likes of Safe, waiting to try and take this space away, and they've done that perfectly. So this is a beautiful play from Vitality, navigating the map just to perfection. Certainly for Liquid, really kind of behind the tempo on it. Vitality still have utility. Safe still sitting pretty. Trex with his. We've got Mosh there to buy a little bit more time. Liquid looking to maybe address the back line. Trying to break him back through by the door. There's the late Thrash coming in as well. Gonna have to be dealt with, and I think it's a minimum got one. Yeah, there's the Dizzy on top. It's got both. You're absolutely right. Enzo looking dead to rights and Safe looking deadly as ever. There's a reason this guy strikes fear into people's hearts. A dangerous man given the role to play. And that just has to save here. Josh, that round seemed very well controlled by Vitality. They had a plan in mind and it worked really quite perfectly. It
was looking really good because they were really good with dealing with that aggression from Yampi at C early on, and then they went up, moved early into the B lobby area. Once they had that, they walk out A. There's no ops on the board for Team Liquid because they basically like collapse on that round 3. So that Vitality know that, hey, the Omen TP comes, they see 3, oh, it's gonna be an A hit. Nope, they go through the door and they meet up with, I think it was Runner and Safe over at the front of B. They converge on the site, and right there I'm thinking, oh wow, Liquid's gonna be like really ready to converge on it. But no, I mean that Thrash follow-up was great.
Yeah, lovely investment of the ult there. Straight back to business and a gear shift almost, a pace change, very direct approach towards A thus far. Clearing through Rubble in an instant. We are going to have a check here. Runner going to be noted. Yampi looking to try and assert a little bit of presence, but still keep them very much in check. And this buy is far from ideal. Mystic trying to hold this down with just that Sheriff. Trying to stall out with the paranoia and just get out of dodge. But already Sight is under Vitality's banner. Plant's going to come in. A little bit of a late lurk too. Runner still lingering around towards B, so now the threat to the backline's in play. Vitality trying to dig their heels in. Yampi is going to take away Safe. But the damage is being done. Look at Enzo down low. Yampi's lost his life. And it's going from bad to worse, really. Struggling here. for Liquid. Left the walking wounded, and now good to their grave. Just Nats left alive in a 1v4. The guy's good, but this is a lot to ask. All right. First found quickly. Not going to get the second. Sender. Safe pair of hands in the end.
This is going to be an interesting half to see kind of how this develops from here. Vitality have realized, hey, A is like completely free for us right now. The only combo that Team Liquid has is a Seize plus nade combo. And do they really want to invest that at the start of the round? If it's like, if Vitality don't go there, that's the only pieces that they have for the retake in the late rounds. So right now, Vitality might be able to just keep going A and abuse that. And Team Liquid needs to have a response for that.
This is at that point,
that's
really
the only thing that you really have to rely on there. So it looks like Team Liquid's really limited in their synergies and have to rely on their individual skill.
And that's hard going pound for pound against a team like Vitality that, yes, had underperformed to some degree, if you want to put it that way, to their expectations, but still, as a 5, a lot of firepower there. So I see a little bit of a realization of that here in front of us, and aggression being shown throughout this map. Yampy with a chance. He's going to take it with both hands. Good start there, and gets out of danger. Now, this isn't a solo mission. There's another player with him towards B, but you can see over towards Rubble. We've got presence too. Sender going to see that quite quickly. So Vitality seeing a totally different look from Liquid now.
Yeah, Liquid stealing that space over at A, getting 2 players pushed up by Rubble is a definite pace change that we haven't really seen them explore that part of the map yet. I think Vitality was caught off by that aggression and choose to come C.
That's a brutal position. I don't know if he can even get out of here. He's still trying to make a damn good go of it. Not many people like Nats can even stay alive in this sort of position. He does do very well, buys some good time, but he does fall in the end. Leaving just 3 standing though for Vitality. Still have Trex with that ult.
I know exactly where you are.
Speaking of ults, it's going to be invested too. So information aplenty. Yampy going to go for the ult here. Leia, Trex's ult from the other side. So this is getting all rather dicey. Kick's going to try and slip ahead a little bit here, but Yampy trying to deal with this. Nothing to complement or supplement with it. It's just him on his own pretty much in the back lines, cornering in the min, forcing them to the back wall. Runner, what more can one man do? Not enough. Trex on that reposition, trying to find value himself, and it's just overwhelmed. Liquid playing the retakes very well.
2 for 2 on the C retakes here. So I think Team Liquid's going to start shifting their focus away from C. They're doing a lot of aggression towards Mound. They're winning their retakes there. I wonder if Vitality is going to start deciding, hey, let's just go A quick again, or maybe they even try to use B, and Team Liquid is going to look to probably reinforce that area. Nat's doing a really good job there with those tripwires not taking care of. There's nothing to take them out, really. There were low trips for the feet.
Yep. It's always scary when you see Nats in those positions, because everyone else, it just feels like they should be dead to rights, but he'll still get you some value somehow. There's always something to be had there. But 3 for 3, an answer back after the timeout. So Liquid going to be feeling a little bit better about that, and we were questioning that early investment, and this is part of it. I guess Kiko going to take all that space away. A quick TP from Sender. If anything, hurting them around the map. Can't find tangible value with the ult. Vitality trying to deal with Nats' utility as best they can.
I'm out of here.
You know, I respect the read, but that was a huge investment. They got nothing off of it. They only leave Kiko here, and here comes the retake from Vitality.
Main re-peeking that. Still a minute to play with. Still a lot of utility as well. Vitality doing really well at being reserved in their utility investments, even when they're taken over towards Mound or, on these early attempts. Very frugal in their investment. It's working well for them. With 50 seconds now, though, they will have to start really committing towards this. 3 players here from Liquid as well. Have Kiko on towards site, Enzo, and Mystic. And a quick pivot. Yeah, looking like they want to go back towards B here. Dizzy's going to go through. Going to leave at least 1 player back to try and catch any of the rotations. And Yampy just caught in no man's land, really. Trying to do a bit of damage as best he could, but he was quickly found and dispatched of.
It's going to be a tough retake, but Nats in the backlines with the door opening. Thrash again for the attackers if they want to use it. Last time he got 2 in heaven.
Oh. How's he outdone the one way there? But you're right, there is still this ult. And And that's going to be in the back of my mind, and it should be in the forefront of theirs. Safe seems going to invest his. He can feel that pressure starting him out here. Enzo's taking him down. It's a 3v3. Time is ticking though, and Kix still trying to find some sort of angle to play with. Mystic's taking away Trex. Kix and Sender have to shut this down. Sender coming back through in a 1v2. Oh God, what the hell just happened to Enzo there? Halfway achieved. He should have the defuse. This time they somehow make it around those hurdles, but God, that was down to the wire, Josh.
That was really close, and I guess he's like playing that in his head. What if I just went for the kill on the player defending the diffuser instead of the diffuser? Would I have won the round? That's a question that's going to be bugging him, but oh man.
One enemy remaining.
Oh!
Out of bullets,
Yeah, that's what it was. I was wondering what that little delay was. Cool, okay, so if we're looking at kind of the checklist here, we've had Liquid able to deal with that C take. They've had a really good retake there. First time they've shown that diligence towards B as well, and that aggression towards, you know, the A rival side. They're starting to really figure out this game, it feels like. Get a little bit of stability. Vitality still with a purchase though, Josh.
They're really leaning into this double duelist aggressiveness now. Ooh. They realized, hey, we can't let Vitality walk around and fake us out. We got to take the duels to them. We got the duelists.
This is audacious though. And it looks like Vitality have some awareness. Will they consider the second? Kiko is here. He's hurt so much and he gets cleared. That's heartbreaking. Both players going down so quickly. Vitality are grinning about that one. You're thinking, we're reading. You know what we are up to. Nice try, guys. Go again next round. But they've got the start they wanted. And once again, we're in a very similar predicament where we've seen these kind of individual players spread across the map. Incredibly difficult to hold.
How's the old phrase go? GG no re?
That's the one. That's the one. That's a classic.
That it is.
Yeah, rolling back for years.
Really back, yeah.
Okay, and with 40 seconds, still down. Smokes here to play in. Yeah, a little bit of help could come from Mystic, but it's on Nats. We say he always finds value. Nah, he's been marked this time. That's a problem. Stunned up. God, there's so much coming his way. A whole team worth of utility, and he's still standing. He's still alive, and he's still fragging. How is that man going? Put to bed at last. Finally forced to bend the knee, but it's Enzo gonna make a go of this. Plant's gonna come in. He's spotted out Trex.
Look, if he had an Odin, I'd believe, but right now with the Bulldog, or that's a Vandal
That's
actually,
a Vandal.
but that's a Vandal.
And that's two low players. Did he? Oh my God, there's no way. There's no way you look to your left. There's no way you look to your left. There is no way you look to your left. Unfortunate in a way, but a good reposition from Kix there. And it got dangerous. It got a little bit too close for comfort. After a freebie start, 2 big picks at the beginning, you couldn't have had a better beginning for Vitality.
Yeah, I got tight at the end there, but I do respect the fact that Liquid is trying to like play into their comp a little bit more.
Yeah.
They have to take these types of gambles. Obviously, like if it looks bad because they lost both players, you're like, oh, what are these guys doing? They must be like, you know, trolling or something. But realistically, it came down to Yampi and Kiko uncharacteristically. Well, I mean, I guess if you look at the last season, not uncharacteristically, but you know, those are pretty easy duels to hit.
Yeah. And looking like we have a little bit of a brawl here. Save that stun. Could be worth his weight in gold. Oh my God. And yeah, Vitality just absolutely muller them, don't they? Nats. Last one. And he's been spotted. Yeah, I think he knows this is kind of wraps here, isn't it? Christ, look at that. What are you meant to do? Still able to slip in. Not going to get anything. Well handled. And Andalusia flawless. For Vitality, again, 5 standing, starting to get these ults really coming through. Trex not too far away from his again, starting to build into this matchup.
You know, it's still a tight race, 4 to 5. There's 3 more rounds in this half alone. Team Liquid still has a chance to be able to close out here with like a decent footing in the half after, you know, that incredible retake on Pistol Round and then the round 2. The op finally out for Yampi. This is round 10, the first time we get to see an op. And Vitality has been walking around the map a lot. This could work into Yampi's favor. At least he's going to get the deep line on C here, even if not being able to get a kill.
No, I like what it does. It frees up the additional player if you want to cheat one early over towards A potentially, or have that freedom to not feel so obligated to stick around late. Let's see. As it stands, Vitality making no subtleties nor secrets. Wonder if it's that quick pivot towards B potentially. Now though, testing over towards Tree. Mystic on the other side. As long as he hold on to this paranoia here. Yeah, a little check there. Not going to see anyone committed through the door, so that's relatively telling, but Kiko's just fallen. And oh, it's just mopping them up. This is it looks so simple for Vitality. Getting dry fights like this, kind of pausing, holding in this position. You could see that Liquid wanted that information, and what do they do with it now?
The hat's going to come out for Team Vitality. They're going to get all the information about how split Team Liquid is here, and they're going to get instantly just run down. Kix might even invest a Thrash here.
Hey, could if he fancies it. Could remove any threat from Mystic, and he's just been swept aside anyway. This round is just full force from Vitality. That little pause just around kind of by tree, just in between that and rubble.
Planted.
Just beautiful. And for these two, they don't want to go for anything. You want to keep those
Especially
rifles, get that operator kept in hand.
I think this is kind of like where Team Liquid's misplaying the situations a little bit, though. They have that deep line towards C. Yompi's like, hey, I've got this. This is clear. They have to go towards A. So all Team Liquid needs to do is say, okay, we're waiting for them to come A. When they come A, we're going to flash. We're going to use, C's, nade, whatever, and converge on them. But instead, one by one, they peek out and lose these individual isolated duels. There's no trade potential. There's no ability synergy. There's no smokes or anything to isolate angles.
My
But Yompi one step closer to saving that op.
I'm a little scared for him because they are hunting this. I mean, Vitality has money. They may as well. And he's just lost his support. Nice shot, but Yompi needs to hit more of those and it's gone. Safe's claimed it. That's the operator out of play at least. It feels like probably for this half. A bit worried seeing that. There's not much more that they can really bring into this round. They're going to be sat around, what, like 3K pretty much on average. Couple of ults here and there, but nothing they can bank on. Maybe Yampi's could get them some value here, but again, there's those fights that just fell so perfectly for Vitality. And I think it's easy sometimes to forget, individually, pound for pound, how good Vitality are. They're a team that kind of, I don't want to say went under the radar, they certainly didn't. They did do well enough, but they didn't do as well as some expected or wanted, because you see the potential. But you can't forget how good these players can be. I mean, Safe in himself is arguably still probably one of the better duelists there are out there, right? So it's like a quick reminder, you can't be taking these sort of fights.
Well, I think both teams kind of miss expectations. And when you're talking about missing expectations, that means that you're supposed to do better, that people expect you to do better, and you're underperforming to what you're supposed to do or what people believe that you're capable of. So right now, like, we're talking about these teams, we're talking about how they should have been higher up than what they delivered.
I mean, Trex was, that upcoming player, that name that people were a little bit worried about. Like, does he hit that form? Does he hit the ground running? How does this guy look in this roster? And again, it's maybe starting to see glimpses of that. Maybe in the hands of Gorilla, they're starting to find a bit more of that potential, really bringing that to the forefront. For now, it was Enzo with a Bulldog and the rest kind of trying to buy what they could safely. And as it stands, it's a very clear approach towards C, very clean on entry. Yampi has an angle, but that's a very hard shot to hit. There was a second to do so, and he has to relinquish any sort of viable angle. Safe already happy to get proactive. Paranoia posted as well, and Kix, he was tempted to go a little further, but no, going to bring back the ult, and they take all the space off the back of that as well. So, by telling here, Trex is going to hear a whole lot of steps. You're going to consider it, right? Apparently not. You can't forget about Trex. Just didn't consider it, hoping that no one was there, and well, their hopes fall short.
The really sucky thing about this for Team Liquid is that Yompi still has his ultimate, but they didn't budget for an op. They don't have an op. They'd have had the op for one round this entire half. He had the C line, and his teammates one by one peeked A. And now they're going to use rifles here because he has his dimensional drift. They have no ultimates to like follow up with it. This might be it. Vitality running away with this half 8-4. 4 ultimates for them.
They've got quite a, yeah, you're right. Trex got his, Safe has his. Still got the hat as well for Runner if he wants it. TP for Sender.
And the attack side op.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Bring it out. You got the money. You got the rounds. A little bit of a cushion here. See how they play into this. 3 players still present towards A. Yeah, though no runner, but you can already see that Vitality are exploring that B option. Prowler gonna go through, trying to set up maybe some safety for Safe to try and take the space now. Do they disrespect the smoke? They do. Yeah, straight on in. Ult now pop. Shorty waiting, but it doesn't matter. Safe just melting them in their place. Mystic and Kiko are dead in the blink of an eye. And now with the plant down times on their side with 5 still here. I've got to say, Vitality looking good now. They've kicked into gear. And Yampi still with no real opportunity to enjoy what this ult could have brought. The plan falling by the wayside a little. May as well go for it. Gonna get a whole lot of info. What are you gonna do, Nats? Good luck. Okay, that's one. This ain't bad. Hat on top. Flash getting ready. Enzo's fallen. A little unfortunate. Nat's gonna take another hard-fought 4 step. But a 1v3 with 52 HP. is looking almost impossible. And the positions are difficult, the time's ticking, and Vitality finding stability at the end here, Josh. They started to really come into their own there.
Yeah, it was 2 gun rounds in that half for Team Liquid, so don't let that score kind of like sway you otherwise. This is completely one-sided for Vitality. In complete control of the game with the pacing, the tempo. They're choosing the right sites, the fakes are working flawlessly.
Good job,
and
boys.
beyond
Let's
all
go.
of that, whenever Team Liquid does make a decision, that is a good decision. Vitality is putting them down. They're winning those duels. The duels that, you know, Team Liquid should be able to convert at least a kill or 2, make it in their favor a little bit, get that advantage, but Vitality is completely saying no.
Well, fingers crossed, Liquid find a little bit more of what they need on this half, right? You look at this composition, far more favorable on the attacking side. We're gonna have to see if that then translates, right? You'd hope. But we all know that Safe will still find value, even on a Neon on the defending side. He'll just get aggressive with it, and we're seeing a 3-man walk. Yampi has found timing on this. Will they consider it? Will they look their way? Nat's trying to draw their attention. That's a nice little bit of a mini crossfire set into motion there. Still alive and kicking, though, is Safe. And Yampi doesn't fancy that duel, doesn't need it.
4 versus 3 for Team Liquid. They could be picking up their 2nd pistol round in this map. If they play the cards right.
Yeah, run up. Gonna see them all. He's seen everything there. That should call for the cavalry, but what does Yampi do again? Still looking to try and slip the net here a little bit. Beautiful!
Respect.
Stunning and brave work from him. Almost brazen to try and play that ahead, but look what he's done. He's managed to isolate those 2. They now have to try and clear this meticulously. They know he's taken the TP out, so they can quickly clear back through CT.
Planted.
But again, a 4v2. You've got to be thinking this is going to be waving the Team Liquid banner. Safe and Kicks. No util really here for either. Kicks does just get Dizzy back up, so can clear that close pillar. Enzo happy to kind of give his life on this one, and he doesn't. He gets to keep it. Takes away Safe, leaving just Kicks, and that's nice from Enzo. Good work there from Liquid. Josh, they felt pretty well prepared that round.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job of taking that initial fight together. But I think like one thing that we're really like seeing from Team Liquid right now is the fact that they're disengaging from those fights after they have that advantage. That's something that's not really like what we've seen from them before. We would traditionally see them, oh, they got a kill? Okay, I'm going for more.
Yeah.
It's like you have the round 1 and then they keep going for more kills. Here, they're saying, hey, I'm happy with this advantage. I'm gonna bugger off now.
Yeah,
see ya.
Sweet. Good to see a bit of discipline there. Hey, it's first round. We're not going to get too invested. But a couple of good looks, right? It's like whether or not that keeps up, you'd imagine they get past this. There is one Sheriff in the hands of Kicks. Beyond that, a Frenzy. Safe.
To be fair, I did say the same thing about Team Liquid last split, where I'm like, oh my god, these guys look like a completely different team.
They fixed all the
completely
issues.
changed.
Yeah.
And then like the next match, it's like, oh, okay, never mind.
Hey, look, you fell into what happens to every Liquid fan. That heartache.
Just
Mitch,
a little tease.
honestly,
Fake
Mitch is in
teleport.
pieces backstage. He's having
to
a hard time, is he? But for now, have to see what the Frenzy and Sheriff can achieve here. If you're a Liquid fan, you're wanting this to be kept as clean as Vitality were pretty much able to kind of do once they got into the swing of things. Just gonna be Trex.
And Team Liquid picked the right site here.
Yep.
If they continue on.
Stack on A. Don't mind it, might as well try something, and that's all you're gonna get. So this should be a plant in. Gonna see if there's any sort of chaos to be created for Vitality to try and maybe take a weapon or 2 away, but looking very cozy. If you're
planted.
Liquid.
Interesting like plant position considering they're going to play off-site at Mound. But it's going to pay out in their favor.
Yeah.
Vitality coming on the flank here. It's not going to be...
Here we go. And hello. Ooh, Nats. Careful. Oh god, why does this feel like a flashback? That's a little bit of an issue here. Kiko's gonna have to respect this one and fall away. Suddenly this gets a little bit more threatening, and it feels like it shouldn't. A Bulldog with Mystic is huge, because Enzo's only got that Ghost. Kiko's got to land shots here, gonna try and get that preemptive reload in as best he can, but Sender already on the site. Mystic with 1 and he needs more. He has to be the backbone to this, and he's trying the best he can, and Kicks is running out of time. And you can see Kiko's running out of danger, but how close that got from what it was.
The opposite of clean right now.
Yeah, literally. Oh.
Of course it has to happen, like, literally the round after I say,
Yes.
oh, look
Look how clean
Liquid's
they're
like-
playing, wow. Oof. Okay, well, the bonus is going to be an Outlaw and... My, is that some Buckies we've got coming out?
We're rolling it back to 2020 right now.
Yeah. Were you a Bucky abuser as well?
I was the Bucky abuser. I would
see.
play off my Killjoy turret, You know, get that pixel crack, the right-click
Foul.
action.
Foul. Disgraceful behavior.
We abused that and the stinger.
Of course you did. Of course.
First strike trophy, all attributed to that, basically.
Yep. Right, let's see what it can achieve in 2024. Away we go, Kiko. Gonna take a whole lot of space, to be fair. I think Kix might have just realized that. He's like, hold on, I'm pretty sure I just heard some tippy-tappies on the other side, but safe, so clean with it. Dips in, dips away. And Yampy not gonna go without a fight, though. Does he get challenged? Quick little flash trying to temper the timing. No plant here yet for Liquid. And he's been cleared, bloody hell. Sender gonna be doing the dirty. The trade is getting pretty messy, to be honest. A 2v3 is not impossible when Nats is doing that! And a 1v1, it's very possible! Out of nowhere, they make it count. Didn't expect Nats to be the one on the outlaw popping off, but apparently he's pretty solid on that.
There you go. I like how he was lining up the shot. Like he wasn't shooting like, oh man, like fights are happening, I gotta shoot. He was making sure his crosser was on that before he committed to the shooting right here. That was perfect, getting that second, I guess a third kill on onto Runner there, yeah. Big round one from Team Liquid there.
Okay. Okay. I'm waiting for the penny to drop though. I've seen Liquid lose too many times, and the scoreline's getting close, and they've got a good purchase here, but they're walking in towards a stack.
Oh,
you know,
no.
again. Okay. Okay. Well, they found Sender for free, and you can see the damage they got on Safe as well. So losing a lot of potential threat in this stack that was over towards this side. And Liquid just kind of slowing the roll here, just going to pause for a second, which I think is the right idea.
They also do have the hat on Nats, and he is moving over here. Safe going down as well means 5 versus 3 for
I know
Liquid.
exactly where you are.
That confirmed info is going to let these guys know exactly where they need to go.
Camera taken out.
Liquid, no, they still have a 5 versus 2 on C here. They're just going to commit into this. Vitality have to hold with a Gecko and a Cypher with pistols.
Pretty.
Camera taken out.
Okay. I mean, they're making it uncomfy. Good timing on the Dizzy there. Ridiculously good timing to catch him on the way in, but can't convert it into a kill, and no, Runner's fallen. So already going to force them further away. The Stinger going to find it a little bit difficult at that sort of range, and Liquid and Lucia flawless. 5 standing, didn't get, you know, any feathers out of place, kept cool, and we're tied up all even. But the first buy's coming in. We've got a couple of ults in place. Safe has his. I don't know how I'm feeling yet. I'm still nervous. I'm too nervous to commit.
It's one of those games where you kind of have to get everything on the bingo card, right? So we're seeing like the flawless, we're seeing the pistol round winner, we're seeing the bonus convergence, we're seeing the clutches. So, you know, you just have to, what have we not seen? That's what we're gonna see now.
Cage trigger.
God only knows. Okay, let's look at what Vitality are up to here. So we're going to make a quick stand over towards Drop. Well, that's 3 players. And this ult gets used early. Yampy was sitting on that on the defending side for far too long, and you could tell it was just killing him inside. This time, going to invest it. And a very direct approach towards C. There's already 5 players here from Vitality, looking highly equipped to handle whatever's being thrown their way. The plant will go down. No denial of that here. Does Enzo get to keep himself alive? He does. So again, 4 still here. Enzo's ult could be actually highly valuable. Crash gonna come in. There's the ult on the other side. They're gonna have to get away from this site here. They are in so much danger, and Vitality just crunched them. Enzo, Mystic Fall. Yampy makes a wild play, but it doesn't matter. Vitality wanting compliments themselves for these retakes on C, and that was fantastic.
There was so much happening at the same time there. It was so hard to keep track of what was going on. What I could see was stuns up on Liquid players at the front of the site, the Thrash going to detain them, Kiko getting caught by a tripwire and spammed before anything even happened. And then, oh man, scans. Scans.
Yeah, finding so much information, trying to play on the site there just felt near on impossible, didn't it? Ratty setups coming out.
Yeah, it is. We've seen some Cypher. We saw Nats trying to do this as well, just playing on the site with his cages. But when you get util dumped, it's hard to get any value.
Oh, you're right. Vitality kind of conditioning this as well. This side of the map has been firmly under their control early round. Trying to find that camera, not quite catching it yet. There we go, dealt with.
And you use a
Nice use.
satchel on the on the trap wires as well, because that was something that got Kiko killed last round, and that's something that Vitality couldn't really deal with when they were sending Neon in. They have nothing to break those low trips.
Let's see what they do with this. 'Cause
Here.
again, Safe is everywhere on this map. Early round, over towards A, showing presence. TP.
The fake TP pulls them all back to spawn.
Yep, you can see Kicks having to respect that and having to respond. And Sender, Paranoia an all-time high. But that Prowler is important. That's found a lot of information. What do they do with this here? It could be a TP out for Yampi at the very least, but still, long way off to run. Red zone, oh. Gave him a glance, but Sender kept his cool, and he sees nothing behind it.
Here.
Now, let's see how this little setup works out. Runner waiting patiently. You can see Kiko trying to carefully approach, and he gets caught. Oh, he gets past the first hurdle and gets caught by the second. Fatal in the end. High Dizzy, and it looks like Vitality very aware. 10 seconds now on the board. Runners in the building. Safe is on site, and Enzo has nothing to do here. It's time to back away if he wants to try and keep that rifle if he can. Clean, short. Couldn't get all three. Vitality stabilizing, Josh. They found a rhythm that's working for them now.
I think Vitality is staying a step ahead of Liquid there. Liquid had the right idea. They went back to A, they re-cleared it because they lost that space early on. They confirmed information. Okay, Neon's here, they're stunning. Fade's here, Omen's here. Okay, let's go and re-clear this, make sure that everything's clear. They use their Omen TP as a fake that pulls Vitality away from A. They use Euro to move all the way up. They're gonna open the door,
smart,
fake
guys.
it.
Don't move, don't overcompensate. That's the comp they're playing right now, and they think we don't have a read.
Yep. Exactly that. Basically, Vitality knows that Vitality, yeah, it's 10-8, but they're in full control. Both pistols gone. Then they lost also a bonus and another eco on top of that in the second half. That's 6 rounds off the bat of the 8 rounds that Team Liquid has. Vitality is crushing it when it comes to gun rounds.
A little bit of a different start here. Vitality not going for that aggressive rubble control, which you've been seeing them lean towards early. Kind of putting 3 players to it and then rotating off.
Jump.
A bit of a different beginning, maybe expecting a different approach coming out from Liquid as well after that timeout. As it stands, just kind of posting Nats over towards that side of the map. Showing a lot of bodies towards C so far. See if they can maybe get some of these traps dealt with, but nothing as it stands.
But Nats' positioning towards A makes me think that it's going to be maybe like fake C, go B, Nats late lurks through the blue door, because hitting C here with 4 with Nats on that part of the map doesn't really make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't, but I also look at Safe's positioning. He can cut them off right at the knees. Wondering how far he explores this, because they haven't really shown commitment towards C yet. They're still yet to fully show presence. And it feels almost readable when you're seeing just Yampi trying to pull these fakes and trying to pull these players. Safe's going to hear that. He knows it. It's another good read, but will they expect the earlier presence from Nats? No. He slipped ahead early. Sender, though, can at least levy this out.
This B play safe?
There it is, beautiful. Catching the back line, outdoing Yampi, and now they're crushed. Liquid have to play forward. Sender doing really well, getting out of danger, going to play in his teammate Trex. Beautiful crossfires set up on the fly. He does get cleared, but with 10 seconds, Liquid are running low on time! And these shots are coming through real on the money. I thought that was safe for a second, but it was Trex, but still. Vitality have the read here, and they are reading it perfectly.
Still, it's just under so much control at the moment. It's so difficult to deal with if you're Team Liquid, because I feel like they're at this point where they're overcomplicating or overthinking things. If they boiled things down and kept things simple at the moment, they would do so much better. Right now, they're trying to be like, oh, we need to play like really smart. We need to play together. We have this A space. Oh, he's lurked up. Let's go back to A now. But I feel like getting a little bit more sloppy would be better for them with their double duelist comp.
Yeah, bank on them a little more, play them in a little more. For now.
Time to jump.
What does Liquid attempt? So a similar setup for Nats over towards A, but he's not the one soloing out by Rubble. Liquid showing this C presence. Runner, so calm under pressure. The
Fake
amount they're
teleport.
throwing at him, but he's just not budging.
Still up. The nade did not connect with a trip.
He can put stock behind that as well. Knows he's got a little bit of safety to lean into, and again, safe. Doesn't want to go over-exploring. Keep in mind he did that last round, and now obviously Liquid will be aware of that. So he's going to have to play it a little bit different. Maybe temper the timing a touch.
Wait, the fact that eye did not scan anybody, and all 5 players from Team Liquid are gearing up towards C, and there's only one tripwire there, means we're going to see another huge retake round.
Yeah. Do they get anything for this ult? Gotta be careful. Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, that's definitely a body found. And Kiko's still sticking around on this. I thought he might back away, but they're doubling down. Yampi's going in on this one, now gonna be seized. That's a problem. Slowed down for a second, but he'll be fine in this moment's time. Does he even get out of here? They are trying to fight on the CT side, but Safe, again, slicing right through them. Vitality turning the screws. Safe just gets the perfect position on them. They couldn't try and get that pressure towards CT fast enough. Safe can't be slowed down. It doesn't matter what you throw at this guy. He will find his kills. He will mark his man. And they've got their 12th here. Liquid being held as they were on 8, and Vitality thriving now.
That was crazy that Vitality is able to come through and actually just get that connection from Waterfall as well. Team Liquid, it looked like they wanted to extend through spawn, but they got stalled out a little too long. And instead of instantly bailing right after they get this kill, once they got like seized and stopped, they should have instantly turned around and dealt with Waterfall or reset somehow with the rest of the team. And Vitality is so good on these retakes right now.
Boys, nice save.
Now, I'm not a lip reader, but I think I...
Call that one?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
There.
One off.
I'm out
From
of
a
here.
good start. Especially on Liquid's
Find you.
map choice, too. Liquid going back to it, but this time they put bodies behind it. Safe. He can stick on this one. Yeah, he knows there's multiple targets. The paranoia didn't go his way, so he might have a new lease at life. Gonna catch a couple of strays towards him, but...
He's still going.
Yeah, he doesn't back down at all, and it's Kiko's nade to catch him in the end.
He was thinking to himself, 4 chances.
On the other side. Sender has been quite good, I've got to give him credit. He's not been the highlight here, but he has been steadfast in holding this site, always finding his value.
Who's next?
Yep, he does have ult. Going to be a clearing out by Tree, sees there's nothing there. Trex looking to play into this. That's stunning timing again. Vitality finding ways to slip the net constantly. Nat's doing the best he can, but it's a 1v2 now for Runner. Are they going to extend play? Put us up to 9.
Spike planted.
Does Runner stop all that fun? Words of Runner playing incredibly well throughout the scrims. Heard it earlier from Gorilla, the new coach coming in. There's the info. And there's the fight. Yampi, good enough. Keeps it safe, extends play a little further. 9-12 now.
I don't mind that from Vitality. They realize, hey, we have map point right now. Let's get a little bit aggressive on these guys.
Yeah.
We've got some money in the bank. We're chilling. We can go and definitely take these aggressive fights. I thought here Safe probably wanted to back off, but going through the cage here for Trex was definitely like the play of, hey, we have the confidence to go for these now.
Nice inside shot, Torias.
Okay, Enzo's got his ult. We've got one off from the TP for Mystic, but not the ones I'm really writing home about. Yampi, looking for a quick fight. Does a fair bit of damage towards Sender, but they both kind of walk away a little bit more bruised. The split here, 3-2 split across the map.
I like this a little bit more, though. They're using Yampi to help Nats get into this position, because Yampi could just teleport back if he needs to.
Portal closed.
Looks like the rest of the team is looking to group up somehow. Looks like they're inching up for the B split.
But I kind of like this because it feels like a double fake, right? Because they've conditioned them to think it's only going to be Yampi, maybe Nats at most, kind of playing towards A. Now they're putting the later part of the Liquid split behind it too. And they should have sight. Sender has to respect this. I don't think he can stick around any further. No, so they should have sight control. Now we get to see what the retake looks like for Vitality over towards A. Yampi still with a flash to play in. You can already see the slip up as well there. That's getting much closer by. Vitality, first man forward, gonna be safe, played it off the back of the Prowler, gonna get a 1-for-1 trade out. Follow-ups there. Liquid locking it down for now. Sender, last man standing on 6 HP. Looking like this one's wraps, and it is. Liquid much better putting bodies behind what was the initial fake, putting players behind it further, and then even almost a double fake, toying with that expectation very nicely.
It almost looked like they were thinking about, hey, do we want to do this B split? No. We have A, just come A, keep it simple. Let's do this. And I do like what they did in the post plant there too. They had that high-low setup. Mystic was teleported on top of the tall wall. Yampi was positioning himself. At first, I'm like, why are you like positioned the first angle they're gonna really peak? But then I realized, oh wait, no,
Nice
they have
boys,
basically
come on.
3 people facing the same angle here.
Okay, they've done enough. They've done enough to put VIT. Yeah, he's all good. Beyond that, still a Guardian coming out here for kick, so there are some pieces missing for their side.
They're budgeting their money for buy round this and next round for Vitality here.
Okay, Yampi. First seen, and there is intention behind this. Safe was prowling. They cleared it.
It's
The Prowler following up too.
A lot of confirmed info close on A, but if the reaction is B here, they're going to run straight into Vitality's rotations.
There was 2 players by that kind of mini door, right? This is... What is it?
Are
Are
they
they
gonna-
trying to catch the rotations here?
They're trying to like some sort of double fake this round. It has to be. The spike position outside C, they're going to connect somehow. Maybe the waterfall push like they did with Yampi on pistol round.
Oh, that's the first time they've seen that. Yampi, beautiful shot. Can't get the follow-up, but he does incredibly well just to find Sender, if I'm honest, it felt like. But there's no follow behind it, so Liquid taking the time here isn't really selling much.
And invest this in this round right now. Mystic ultimate as a info gathering tool. Pull the rotations perhaps. Another fake TP to pull out the rotations so that Runner's here. He hears this.
This could be the death of them. Oh, and it might just be Runner with 2. Even keeping cool, buying some more time. He should be dead, and he is, but he's done so much damage. A 2v3. Vitality, man to the good here. A TP taken. Oh, Mystic. He thinks better of commitment towards it. And he's been punished. Mystic gone down, Spike's now loose. It's all in Enzo's hands, but what are you meant to do? Actually managing to keep his life, but with time ticking, he's got 10 seconds. 3 targets is 3 too many, and it's going to be Vitality with 13. Liquid.
You have no flashes, no one to set the jet up really, no way to push back B really. The Sage is going to run up, try to put up a wall and plant and die on attack. Defense, you need to be aggressive with that wall or you save it for the retake, and it's so limiting in the options that you have. It's so old meta.
Let's see if that comes to maybe bite them a little here. For now, be Vitality on that attacking side and Kiko with Liquid on the defense, and Kiko just trying to shoulder this. He's seen enough. Okay. Using himself as maybe the first turret. There is one behind him. Safe clearing through. Maybe a little bit cautious in case someone slipped up towards Nest, but no. Kiko on a slightly deeper line. Turret's going to be cleared. They're quite close by the time they burst towards site. Again, the Dizzy goes up, smoke goes in, and they take at least over towards Dice. They've kind of sliced the site in half. Certainly not comfortable yet, but safe. Okay, 1-for-1 trade out. Kiko going to lose his life in the inter-kicks, and that follow-up towards Enzo might be the nail in the coffin in this round. We'll see what Mystic and maybe Nats can do, but very hard to dissuade some of this back line. You've still got Trex with that shock dart back there, kind of sitting in a more passive position, and Vitality looking full control here, Josh.
This version of Team Liquid trying to play their lives a little bit more. They look so uncomfortable. Nats in a 1 versus 4. This is something that he's used to, though, at least.
That is very true. Nats has had his moments. But even this is difficult. Look at the post plant here. The stall runner buying the first couple of seconds. And there's some more time being bought. And there's his death. It is just layer upon layer here. Clean work from Vitality. And I'm going to be honest as well, excited to see Safe back on that jet. Some of his best work historically looked so good in that. Just an absolute monster. But yeah, the composition is going to cause us a couple of worries, I think, going forward here. I want to see if there's a plan in mind. Again, this hasn't been a bad map historically for Liquid. They have had some decent wins here. They've had some decent results here.
Calm down, let's go again.
Okay.
Calm down, let's go again.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, when you look at a team like... If you look at Kiko last season here, last split, he's not afraid. It's a stack. It's a gamble stack. They're on Nico. Is it going to pay off?
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Kiko's just got 2 out of nowhere. This is ridiculous. Center is now just baffled by what's going on, but they're clearing up house. This is just deathmatch, and there's death all over, and somehow it's Enzo and Yampi to come out on top. Runner left in a 1v2. The Vandal has been collected. This is just madness. If Runner gets even a second to work, how's this occurred then? How's this
I got
happened?
the spike.
How's he got
that.
Surely. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That was a weird round, Josh. Do you like that one?
Yeah, because it completely cut me off from talking, so I'm sure everyone loved that one. Yeah, good gamble sack from Team Liquid there.
Yep.
Kiko getting huge 2-kill opening at the start of the round. That's basically what I was expecting him to do on pistol round, but again, it just comes back to like...
Right now. Okay, not backwards, it's forwards. Not backwards.
I mean, it's good, at least.
Like a...
Pendulum? Metronome. Don't know, not sure, but
You want to see Kiko taking these fights, and when he's backing up because he's trying to value his life a little too much, I think that's when you're taking him out of his element.
Okay, early Aldrone to force him off the angle and highlight that Outlaw's in play. Just before we got into this, while we had that lovely replay, he was toying with the idea of an operator as well. Opted for the armor, the Outlaw instead, looks like. Stands. Vitality paving the way towards this B site. Looking at what they're coming in with. Vandal for safe. Rex on the Phantom. So, got a fair bit to play with. Certainly not without threat. And a pause. Just going to post up. I think, who is that? Yeah, just send it.
This box is definitely not the place you want to be behind if a random spam comes out from this Outlaw.
Ridiculously, do they check? Do they consider this kind of like... It is gonna be, it feels like a fake, right? They're going to leave these players kind of safe over towards that B area. Show some presence. Yeah. Try and draw the additional body away. Maybe pull a third would be ideal. Obviously, we see how many are here. But do they fall for this? Because Kiko's
30
still
seconds
here.
left.
Team Liquid's playing the retake anyways. Like, getting into the site doesn't make sense at this point in the round. If Vitality go A, it's a retake no matter what for Team Liquid. They might as well just wait here.
Quite like this, though, just so last minute. And that will cause movement. They have to respond to that. That's a Vandal shown in a round like this. They have to respond to the death. And suddenly, they're all over the site. Yampy got one, but Kick's got the trade and the plant's now in. Kiku's got to be careful. He is on his own. If he goes down, it's a tragedy. If he gets one, it's not too bad, but he's taken space and cleared thus far. Got to look at the post plant now. What do they have here?
No wall.
But they've got Kicks as well. That's huge for them. Kicks on 5 HP. Creeping closer.
This is a big winning position for Vitality here.
First tap doesn't even invest it. That reveal was perfect. They got so much info off that as well. Kicks can invest this happily. Keep control, keep an eye on. Spots out the player, and Trek's even playing it off the back of it. This is beautiful. That was really well done there, Josh. That was a very well-rounded round. And yeah, Nats can do damage, but the round will be Vitality's. Well handled. I like that late fake that they pulled off there, putting Safe with so much value behind him.
Yeah, that was basically, they had 2 weapons that they purchased up in that round. Safe, use it to get into A site, get that opening pick, and that caused this rotation here. Liquid abandoning the site, and Vitality basically saying, anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah.
And just stealing that round away from Team Liquid there. And this is another limitation of Team Liquid's comp, is that the only way of getting active info is the Sova. It's the dart on that 40-second cooldown or the drone. Once both are out, you have to use your body, or you have to pray that your Killjoy is able to get info, but the Killjoy is usually tethered around middle.
Again, big information off this. Trex is just leaving him lined in chalk at this point, and Safe working off the back. The Aldrone might slow him down a touch here, but they might just burst off the back with their own. Yeah, okay, Kiko's going to play ahead of the wall, try and do some damage maybe in that in-between time, but they've got the first pick and they can back away. There's still above a minute.
Garage angle has held.
Oh, big shot from Nats. Lovely adjustment. After trying to test the turret, which managed to keep their life, but Sender loses his. That's a bit of a gut punch right back in for Vitality.
Turret still controlling middle for Team Liquid and Nats with the entire B line. The rest of its team can just chill on A for a little bit. Dart sees nothing. Vitality's inching up.
Yeah, Trex says his kick still has his kit. And look how close they're getting. They are so close to this. They could either... Yeah, okay, it's just a contact walk-up. They take out Yampy. Mystic gets to kind of slip around a little bit, but how is he meant to do any more than that? Still great to find one, but they've got site control. Nat was still going to be a little bit later. He is over here now. Enzo and Nat's trying to navigate this incredible threat. Kick still has Dizzy, still has Mosh, so time to be bought there. Trex still has some utility, as does Runner. This makes it very, very tough. Nat's in the meantime trying to move up a little, clear some space. Mosh on top of it, more safety found. Nat's going down, leaving just Enzo alive in a 1v3. And Vitality are giving him no room, no chance to play in here. He knows it as well. This one looking like a done deal, and I think it is. Time to bow out of this, keep the rifle, but Vitality just kind of showing some of their options here. That walk up again, yeah, it's dangerous, but they've worked it so well.
I think it's telling us these last 2 rounds that Vitality really understands the map and the economy situation. Those A walk-ups only work when you're not facing off against an op. You don't have an op on round 3, you don't have an op this round. We're gonna walk up. Safe gets to do it with the Sova dart on a fake, and here they do it as a team as soon as Liquid starts rotating off, because they realize we can do this, and we have more numbers than you do. And Liquid's actually moving away from the site there. They're not expecting that situation at all, but here comes the op out for Kiko. He's gonna get that up on that A line, and it's gonna prevent Vitality from being able to do that. It's gonna be all on taking B control.
And obviously they can see the money coming out, and I wonder if they're going to consider this too. This might be something in the forefront of their minds. Turret looking like it might be handled in middle too. It is. But their players checking behind us. There's 2 players present in mid. Nats is already backed away, peeled away from this. A late wall towards middle to deny any lurk, or at least to keep a player, turning attention towards it. Sender's taken sight. Yampi has to try and navigate around himself to try and not get caught by the util, but a great trade out here. Enzo doubling down, that's perfect. Liquid controlling this time. Sender, what have you got for us now? Sender and Runner in a 2v4. This would be near on unforgivable to lose, but these 2 players are very, very talented. Still a little bit of utility on Runner, but they need some kills. It's not enough just to bank on the util anymore. Time's starting to tick here, and you can see that Liquid are getting closer. First opportunity, not going to be the shot that they wanted. Pressure now mounted. Yampi's the one to find Sender, leaving just Runner alive. Good shot on the first, and now he's going to be worried about the defuse itself. Overwhelmed in the end, as Liquid find their second, keeping 3 standing.
A little unfortunate for Vitality there. I don't think they had the wrong idea there, but I mean, if Team Liquid's gonna be able to win rounds like that, where Kiko's on the other side of the map with the op, they lose all that information at middle, and they're still able to win that retake so handedly. That's good news for them, especially off the back of kind of like that weird Lotus half game entirely. 10 rounds with both pistols.
Placing swarm grenade. Keep it cool. That's how you
Thrash
survive.
still online for kicks. He's had that for a few rounds now.
Placing swarm grenade.
Much earlier investment of util. Very aware now of that operator out. What a stark contrast.
Enzo getting scanned in the site there, and Kiko, I don't know if he was confirmed here or not.
I don't think they were confirmed, but he's got a little bit of gap. Yeah, there it is. Very heads-up work, though, and as I said, a big difference how much Vitality are investing this utility just to make sure he's pushed off that angle, pushed further away.
But look how they just walk up once they realize where he is.
I mean, you're right. At this point, though, do they commit to this? Nats is invested as well here. I'm looking at this like they're already off. They're running the hell away. Enzo's just going to be clearing this out. There's no one here. This is quite telling. There's not been a single tag coming out. Now, Yampi's seen enough. He should be calling for reinforcements. He does have his ult if he needs it to maybe lean in towards, but 45 seconds. That lurk has to be huge from Runner as well.
Swarm grenade out. Initiated.
That's a time buyer.
Here.
Gotta respect this. And Kiko's now got that line of sight here. Got an angle to play with potentially.
30 seconds left.
Runner not getting involved just yet either. Playing very calm, very late towards mid.
I think they have to use the Thrash here. Give the space for Runner to get the flank off.
Here it is, Runner gonna lean straight in. Perfect work between the 2. The plan's in motion until then. They've got site control though. Enzo can only do so much damage. A quick pickup of the operator, praying that he finds someone.
Here.
The turret will give away the game eventually. Mystic waiting for some help on this. But his position's been seen. And that barrel's not subtle, but safe on the bailout. Gonna keep Runner so safe in this situation. And Enzo can't do anything. Navigated in those last couple of seconds. Vitality, oh, that's rough for Enzo. I've got to give credit though. Vitality looked so composed in such a pressure situation.
I really like how Vitality kind of layered their entire approach, that entire round, going towards A, using the dart, then the drone. They use the Gecko Flash as well. Find out, hey, Kiko's over here. He's backed up to screens. They get all the way close up. Wait, we just pulled everyone here, and Runner's up tube. Let's go back to B now. Runner's calling them back. Then they wait for the Viper wall. They wait for the Thrash. Runner comes in for the flank. Everything looks so, instead of going for the extremities, instead of going for like the aggressive lines, bait Vitality walk up a little bit more into his face, and then he's able to pick them off when they're kind of like, oh, he's on the other side of the map.
Okay, let's see if that's something they maybe look towards. I've got to see what he can do in this. Again, the Blade Storm coming out. Well, he's got such an opportunity. Good shot in the end towards
Spike
Kicks.
down A.
Well done to find him. That actually could really cause a problem with that later clear towards the site if they do go for this. Save the one picking up the operator. Doesn't catch Mystic, but he does spot Kiko. Quick as lightning takes him away.
They also know Sova and Sage are both there, so Vitality has more information.
See Nats and Yampi very aware of middle. I think they caught at least a glimpse of one crossing. Not sure how much they saw, but enough that you see the Yampi is quickly turning his eye back towards that B walk-up.
Viper is the only one unaccounted for Team Liquid. Vitality have the information.
Spike drop.
Get out
Three
of my
players
way.
and a couple of ultimates off the back of this. Blade Storm popped for safe. He's going to be entering with this.
Yeah, but Yampi's position is so good off the back of that alarm bot.
Spike down B.
And he actually gets to keep himself standing not much longer. Safe! So sharp. And another spotted.
You should run. 30 seconds left.
Has he got another victim to claim? The lockdown gonna come out late, gonna force Liquid to respect it, but Nat's gonna play a little ahead. He tries to dip away. Runner looking for the trade, but he's got a little bit of safety to try and get that plant. That's what he wants here. Safe is still popping off. Show me this guy on replay right now. In a 1v2, why do I feel it's so possible with him? 11 HP. Operator and the knives. He's got the time on his side. And both players trying to close in. Another safe on. Oh, of course he gets it. This guy is so damn good. That's why you want him in these sort of roles. That's where he's been missed, and that's the level of impact someone like him can have.
He's been missed, but he didn't miss that entire round. I think he hit every single shot that he sent. Maybe like one knife, but every shot he shot connected. That is an X-Factor play right there, keeping the team alive.
Hello, 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 hello.
How could you not have him on anything other than a duelist? You know what I mean? You see that, you think you gotta just leave him in these sort of roles. He's getting pumped up too now as well. Confidence aplenty. Liquid gonna be suffering off the back of that too. Feeling the pinch in the pockets with their money down a little low. Sheriffs and odds and ends.
I don't even think Liquid did anything wrong there. Safe just like, he did it all by himself too.
It's one of those rounds that occasionally you'll get players like this will give you, right?
Yeah.
It's just, it happens. We've seen it in a couple of different teams. They'll have that duelist and, hey, once again, they'll probably get you a round or two. And he's still hunting. Chomping at the bit here, wants to get involved. And he just by a second missed out on that. They're not going to be committing towards his A hit, seeing enough of the stack there. They're willing to walk away.
Bot coming back.
Where do they go now? 45 seconds. They've got to make a choice.
Shrek still has his Hunter's Fury. It makes me think that they want to still go A here. Off the back of a dart. Wingman will go for the plant. Runner listening for the rotations. He hears this. He's in a position that he can get a kill here. Disrupt Team Liquid.
Yeah, okay. But this is going to be a late hit. Safe's cleared, Yampi. Okay. It's looking like it's pretty... I don't want to say safe, because Mystic's managed to slip through a little bit here. Does get found in the end. And Vitality, even with the seconds being quite late in the day, they're fine. Cool and composed. And that scoreline's starting to get a little scary. It's starting to really be torn away from Liquid. Got to see something now. This is the round that I want to see it in.
Yeah, and Kiko's going to be able to get this op back up, and I wonder if this is what Vitality were waiting for. I think this is a great idea. If they go A and they combo all their abilities with the initiators, they use the dart, then they use the dizzy, then they use the drone, then they use the Sova ulti, they could really disrupt Kiko's ability to position himself well here, as it looks like he's positioning himself towards A again.
mean, you also have runner on the op as well now rather than safe.
Scanning ahead.
A
Right
little bit of a
here.
switch up in this.
I respect the Killjoy up, okay?
Yeah, you're a fan of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Treg's got a tag. Looking to connect further on that target. Does at least clear path, but Zender going to fully commit towards that lurk in middle this time. Haven't seen that yet. Dear God. He wins it all. He's basically opened them up. A complete and utter safe path towards that B site if they want to take it.
He's got his ultimate to confirm this round as well if he needs it.
Okay, Rez going to come in. Got a good idea of what's going on. And there's the ult. You were mentioning it. It's coming in. Not getting close by though. Be careful. Plant is in. Couldn't
Not a
stop
lot of
it.
places to play from this ultimate. I don't like the positioning of it. He's going to get spammed out possibly.
Do they let it drop? Do they let it go? What do they want to do with this? Do they try and play through it? Do they have anything off the back? They've got a dizzy with kicks. Wonder if they're going to try and maybe make a play happen through it, but for now they seem somewhat steadfast in their approach here. Kick's going to find Kiko, and now it's all going... Oh, it's all gone Pete Tong, hasn't it? Trek's going to find Enzo, and well, what's Nats and Mystic meant to do? Nats back from the dead, but not able to find much of an impact. Kicks may get caught, but that's about it, really. It's time ticking. Vitality completely outdoing Liquid in this one. Yeah, Nats knows it. Gonna do a little bit of exit damage, sure, but doesn't make any difference to that scoreboard. Still gonna go straight forward towards 7 for Vitality, and Liquid held on 2.
Hey, it'll help with the individual scoreboard a little bit. That might help confidence.
Yeah, sure.
But
Double
again,
timeout.
another thing that Vitality is just doing so well, they understand exactly how Liquid's moving around the map. Hey, as soon as we show ourselves on A,
Please, just, yeah, sure, do something weird.
it comes down to the limitations of the composition as well, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to go aggressive, but it's so hard to play passive at the same time.
Doesn't thrive in either sort of shifts. Kicks this time, maybe aware that they might go for something weird, but does check, clear close. Brings back the ult, so he can pick that one up, but he sends the rest of Vitality further forward. So, giving them the pathing, but this is the first time we're seeing them clear a little bit deeper. At least Kiko doing this without his ult, but it looks like Runner seems... Oh my God, he's hitting. Yeah, Safe also got Nats on the other side, so they've had, you know, a win either side of this map. Yampi, the next challenger. Safe. Forced to be revealed, but the rest of Vitality waiting. They're so prepared for this. Liquid not having anything. They're getting nothing. And the A site's completely open, Josh.
Yeah, this is tough. I do wonder why Kiko has the Guardian there instead of one of the teammates' Vandals. If he's going to go for this aggressive push, this sounds to me like this is a plan from the start of the round. Set that guy up. Give him the weapon. If he has a Vandal, maybe he gets a second bullet off. Maybe he's able to get that kill on that opening. Give one of the B anchors the Guardian.
Yeah.
They're just going to sit at Snowman sniping anyways.
Sounds far too
One
logical.
enemy remaining.
My bad.
Yep. Give it to
She's still
yourself.
gunning for you.
There's the ult. No, Mystic.
Let
Nowhere to run.
Let the Thrash bite him, then you can all swarm together. 5 people with the knives. Get the Andalusia flawless.
Cruelty. You just want cruelty, do you? Is
Why
that
not?
it?
It's not cruelty. It's fun. It's entertaining. Okay.
Says a lot about you, you know? It's not cruelty, it's fun. But no, I mean, Vitality just seem like they can't stop winning. Runner here just kind of fading away after that. But you're right, man. Maybe set up a little bit more with some success there, you know, given that Vandal.
One-tap team. My bad, my bad.
Yeah, they wanted to go for. See?
You're a terrible person. You've encouraged them. I
No,
can't believe you're
I
influencing them
have
to be
not
toxic.
influenced them at all. This is
can't
them.
believe
This
it.
is every Valorant player out there.
Make a Reddit thread about him. Shocking, toxic behavior once again.
This is every
Josh.
Valorant player.
Steal
Get the
this.
detain, swarm with the knife, count to like 8, and then go for it.
All right, fair enough. I mean, they are up 8-2, and it
Revealing
looks like
area.
the train ain't stopping right now. And you can see the purchase, weary, weathered for Liquid. Vitality taking their time. They still have the ult here with Natch. You can see him kind of considering when to invest. Aldrone not going to find anything. But they have no idea. These kind of fakes, these
Yeah.
you know, late plays up middle. It's hard to believe in anything you hear. Trex is going to commit this. That does give a little bit of a gap for Kiko, but he is going to be spotted. So forced to drift away.
They're just playing this so well right now. They have all the perfect reads.
They know where
exa-
Nat's plays from.
Yep.
You can see it already. Safe trying to spam him out
30
there
seconds
quickly,
left.
but didn't get what he wanted, and the plant gets denied. Okay, that's a good adjustment. With 23 seconds, this does get a little bit trickier now. And
Does it?
Safe, okay, apparently not. Apparently I've lied to you, and I'm so sorry. I shouldn't lie to you.
Does it?
Oh, stop it, Safe!
Does
Stop
it?
it! How the hell is he getting away with daylight robbery like that? Apparently it doesn't get any more difficult. Another Andalusia flawless.
Why not?
That's back-to-back Neron. Yeah, looking a little dejected now. Team Liquid left on 2. Here comes the highlight reel.
It's just so tight. It's just, what do you do when like someone's just doing this, just dancing around the site?
Nice! Sit the...
True. But like you have to keep in mind, like yeah, he's doing this in like a really impressive play and a huge X Factor play. But everything Vitality did that to set him up into that situation, like the fake with the Sova on the other side of the map and everything. They walk up, they know that the op's not there. Like everything about what they're doing makes sense.
No, you're absolutely right, and I'm glad we get Safe Cam. He deserves it. MVP Cam. Back on board. The Observer's like, screw it, we're just going to commit to it now. Mystic did try and use that wall to maybe temper some of this, but again, the guy is hitting today. Safe takes away Mystic, the wall's down, and now the floodgates open. And it feels like Liquid can only just respond. Everything is being set in motion by Vitality. There is no determining this back. It's just whatever Vitality wants, they get. Now, there are players here from Liquid on this side of the map. So it won't be easy. Say that. Safe makes it look all too easy. And there he goes again. Oh my word, he just can't stop landing these shots. Even when Yampi takes down one, it's instantly traded. Yeah, Nats gets played in, denies the easy plant, but there's still this man. Does do good damage. Nats there making this nearly feasible. But it's all on Kiko in a 1v2. Plant gonna come in with plenty of time here.
Spike planted.
Kiko now gets to step a little further forward. Trex has a good amount of utility too. Still got the darts, still got the shock darts too. How does Kiko want to play this?
Nats is telling him, Thanos is dead. Don't worry, you can go for it now.
I've got us some. First steps taken, but the time's starting to tick here. Runner right, Trex left. You can already see it. Dart being held. Kiko forced forward. Great shot on the first. Runner just has to keep his cool here. Yeah, toying with him now. Didn't even get it halfway. Yeah, perfectly done. Runner, composed, cool, calm, and collected, and Vitality making it to double digits in a very, very diligent manner. I've got to say that's one of the best halves I've seen from them in a long time.
It's been looking really good. I mean, even their Lotus looked really good.
Yeah, it did.
8-4 without pistol. Everything they're doing right now, the calls are flawless. The reads, everything that they're doing, like they're doing it in like steps. They're not getting ahead of themselves. On top of all of like this, in terms of the macro, they're also nailing the micro.
Yeah, it's. I do feel a little bit for Liquid, don't get me wrong, because when you're watching someone who's playing so perfectly, it feels like there is no answers.
Yeah.
But when they've come in with this comp, they're looking in this sort of way, it feels like they didn't give themselves maybe the keys to succeed, even leading into this matchup. Now this half is going to be very difficult.
Well, you can see as well, it's not just the comp, it's that they're falling back. Oh,
okay, it's fine.
aggressive.
I thought they were going to actually push further.
Here's the mid lurk though. Team Liquid slipped the gap, got past that turret, but the spike alone.
Enzo's in trouble. If Enzo dies, it's all but done. Enzo lives.
Revealing area.
Just about making away, but
He's got the spike and he's getting converged on.
Enzo?
Okay, plot armor.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently, Enzo just makes it to 2 fights that it felt like he should never have been able to live through. Could give them a third. Yampi trying to defend. Whoa, clean from Sender. Okay, back to a 3v3. Let's kind of take stock of what we've got here. Plant is in. Drex's position could be huge, and it's starting to come into effect. Kiko gets cleared. Suddenly things get a little bit scarier.
Not like this, Liquid.
Mystic. Forced off the first, and now there's a couple of issues here. Enzo's kept back, he's waiting. Trying to find the timing to strike, and he get okay! They looked surprised themselves.
Yeah, right?
They looked surprised themselves, but they've done what they need to. First step, in the second half. That's all they need.
That's
Just
3
gotta
out of
keep
4
going.
pistols too.
Yeah.
when I look at Liquid playing right now, it looks like they're falling back upon like their old habits. Like they spent this entire like month off season. Hey, let's focus on playing together. Let's make sure that we're trading. Let's make sure that we're not like going forward, getting a kill and losing our advantage. Let's keep the advantage. They're doing all these things to play like proper, like fundamentally sound gameplay. But now they're just falling back into the old Liquid style that we saw last split.
And it's going to be a 2-play up towards B. I mean, Vitality can get very proactive. They can be over-aggressive near on here because they've got so many rounds to play with. They're already sitting on 10. And be clean with that. Nice. Oh, perfect follow-up too. No threats, at least on that side. Yep. Mopping up in middle. Rex does do a little bit of damage. You'd kind of want to see 5 standing. If you're going to be critical about it, you want to see them keep it the best chances possible. Not going to come in. Sender getting no play this round, and Trex was already chunked down very early. So looking like 4 for Liquid now. MP just going right back into spawn.
Some damage to shields is all Trex can really do at this moment for HP.
Yeah, maybe hoping to sneakily give it up to the spike if he could, but I don't know. You're kind of clutching at straws here, aren't you? But this is good from Liquid. We kind of wanted to see a little bit more of a fight in them here.
Oh, there you go. That's a little bit more than shield damage.
Jeez. There we go. Gives it up in the end, but hey, did well considering. 4 HP and that was it. So they take down 2, but they keep the vast majority of what they came in with. So you have the Bulldog still in play, the Phantom still there, and the Outlaw. So we know the Vitality's purchase coming in here won't be perfect unless they concede in some of the weaponry. So that Outlaw could be quite viable, but we'll have to see what they end up rounding this up to. Because Liquid can't really relent. They can't really give up too much when it comes to rounds. So even in the bonuses, they still have to have quite a bit of value to it.
Outlaw was switched to Yampi here. And 2 players for Team Vitality don't have full shields. Aggressive opening from Kiko. Takes out that turret. That's going to open up middle a little bit for Team Liquid, and Vitality has to respect that a little bit.
I mean, I'm watching Kick, so kind of... I was wondering if he was going to explore that further, maybe, but they're all converging towards middle. Re-clearing this space a touch. No one's really there behind it. They're sitting much deeper, but you can see where the actual progress is being made is over towards B. Opting to eye up where Sender is. That's getting really deep. They're actually getting very, very deep before really showing that presence. Sender could be overwhelmed here. Forced off the angle, and he's outnumbered drastically. Somehow he's still alive. I don't quite know how, but he is. And Runner's the one to back him up. Takes out Nats, but the trade's in play. Now with the plant down, it's a 4v4. Look for the lurks. Kiko. There's 2 players around him, but somehow he's still got a bit of freedom.
They know about him, though.
Oh, it feels like
They're looking for him.
But he's still got the
matter.
shot. Nicely handled by Kiko. Takes out safe. Kicks too late to really come through and clear this in a time-efficient manner.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
man.
Kiko, beautiful. Maybe starting to see him heat up a little bit here. That's what you'd want. Okay, Liquid, looking lively. Trying to hunt down these final players, or player, the former Trex. Get that gun away. Make it cost.
Gone.
At this point, you're now down to the bigger guns. Stability found. Liquid, much better there. That looked way better, and Kiko's starting to hit a couple of those shots.
We're starting to see the game plan behind Liquid's attack here as well. Using middle, they don't really have the options with the single initiator Sova to go on the extremities that much. They have to leverage middle. They have that Sage Wall as well to help reinforce certain angles, using it there to block off kind of like snowman area this round, using it on pistol round to be able to flank A through kitchen. So that's something that we're probably going to come to expect to see. Maybe there's a little bit of like jabbing towards the extremities early on, but a lot of usage towards middle from Liquid, I would imagine.
Go, quick collection there. Got a couple of sheriffs out. Liquid seem very conscious of that fact.
Here. Here.
Shouldn't be too many surprises. As long as Liquid doesn't leave it too late. Walk in blind.
1 dart is all they have for information this round. No flashes on this composition. They do have heal.
do get scared when you put it in context like that. There it is. There's that one bit of kit cleared out. They know there's at least someone backside. How much they know? We'll find out. We're going to go up and quickly taken down. Nats is the one to find safe, but they don't know about Sender just yet. He had a chance. Not going to get it, though. Runner and Trex now. Last two alive, and a pawn going to come in.
Planted. Last player standing.
Very diligent from Liquid here, considering limited in utility. Keeping this robust. Keeping it flawless here. And the Andalusia flawless coming through for them. So Liquid, some very good steps here. 6-10 now. Much better scoreline.
These are the rounds, the way, the fashion that Liquid wants to win these rounds as well. Clean, clinical, step by step.
One enemy.
Obviously a little bit easier against an eco round. It's going to be way bigger of a task as soon as an op is out in the hands of Safe, but it's not going to be yet. I think he has the economy for it, so he's choosing not to use an op on this round.
Scanning ahead.
Kind of watching how this works. Already very deep exploration over towards B. They've cleared this incredibly far. Now I wonder if they further this up. Yeah, they are. They're absolutely exploring deep here.
They don't even need to necessarily. They could just sit here and wait because all of Team Liquid is contained here. Liquid needs to commit to the site. There's a full Killjoy setup. Where are you going? What do you do?
I don't...
You played yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. If he had the keys to the castle, it felt like. And now left with 4, this gives so much advantage over towards Liquid to kind of determine such an advantageous approach. Sender's going to have to get 2 if he wants to bring this back to heal. Yeah, deciding against that. Timing, a little uncomfortable. All players here. Enzo even going to find kicks, and Yampi closing in now. Vitality have no idea, and it's Nats to strike. Trex goes down, the trade comes out, but Yampi still breathing, still alive. Gonna add insult to injury, and Runner is cleared. Liquid, all right, game back on here. This is 7-10. We've actually got a game on our hands. They've kept 4 standing. The ults are gonna be cycling. Josh, they're back in this.
They are. It's very close. There's another buy round for Team Vitality, though, and the thing that scares me still, though, is that Team Vitality has been making such good reads all throughout the series so far, and even in this last round, they had a good understanding, a good read. I wonder where that kind of like communication breakdown happened, where they thought that they had to...
But now coming out of the pause, does Liquid kind of approach this in a more of a traditional sense, or do they go off the script a little bit after the back of that timeout, keep things up in the air for Vitality? The option's theirs. We dive back through, Kiko straight away, right up middle. Almost had a challenge there from Safe. He still does in some ways, and even one on the other side from Runner.
Job done. A dash and an updraft for a turret.
And that turret's deadly.
Poison's off.
Do a whole lot.
Well, it keeps Vitality honest. They reinforce middle with that alarm bot so that they could get out of there after they recleared it. Let this fight.
No chance.
God, Enzo. You're a lucky boy. That felt like Safe had that every day of the week, but he absolutely does not. And now the site's under their banner. Vitality going to be trying to work this one back in. Mosh, I don't think denying much here. No, Mystic's still just fine, going to get up above it all. Actually gets to keep his life. And they get into the post plant. Man to the good. Still some utility, but Kiko continuing to strike here. Takes down Kicks, going to look for a little bit more. Vitality on the ropes in this round. Sender and Trex, the last 2 standing, and they might be backing away already. Whatever happened to Liquid in this half, it is working. They are back in business, and Vitality are going to be kicking themselves here.
We're starting to see that game plan develop for Team Liquid. Taking out that Killjoy turret at middle, pulling the rotation, walking up A. Now they have a res off the back of it as well. Which means that they can continue going for these fights, whether it's at belt, whether it's at bottom middle. They know that Vitality is going to start fighting middle a little bit more to defend that turret. Or they put the turret somewhere else and they use players to defend Boiler, which means it's a really good duel for Team Liquid to take. Get that res off if they need it.
Turret out.
And we get to see why they picked this map with this comp.
You're right. Got to see what Vitality have. I mean, it's felt one-sided, right? That first half felt fabulous.
Right here.
Liquid are doing it back to him even better. 2 rifles, Drex and Safe. 2 sheriffs, Kicks and Runner. And Sender doing what he can with just that classic. Saw that Dizzy ready off the back of some committed contact. Now Drone gonna come in. Does reveal position. Safe having to respect that somewhat, but he doesn't want to relinquish control completely.
Team Liquid backs off. Leaves Kiko in an aggressive position here.
So on the other side of the map, it is a far more favorable side. Yeah, Sender's got so much trouble his way. Just that classic. What are you meant to do?
Don't
with this?
fight this. You have 2 teammates with Vandals, or rifles at least.
Yeah.
Placing swarm grenade.
It's going to be the plan now for Liquid, who managed to kind of slip through well, avoid all the threats, avoid the rifles. Trex had one of them and he's gone.
My ult's
So
not
already, you couldn't ask for more. Kiko is on a very elite position that could find some incredible value, but they're not losing on the side.
Last player standing.
Safe, the remaining threat going down means it's looking like 9, and it is. 5 alive, tick in the box, all looking great for Liquid here. Closing that gap. This felt like an impossible half. And somehow we are right knocking on the door now.
And that's the second Andalusia flawless for Team Liquid in this half alone. So we're seeing kind of like a revival, but again, like I look back to Lotus and I'm like, oh yeah, look how good they're looking, and then like the next round type of thing. I thought that a few times this game so far. Oh, but next round we're gonna see something different from Liquid and they're gonna drop the ball. But
Bro. Nice. Good job. Nice.
they've been doing great.
Here we go. Safe operator out. Is this the saving grace of Vitality, or is Liquid just destined to close this game back up to an even affair? Liquid, that patient beginning, we've seen it the last couple of rounds, probably see it again. It's leaving it all down to Kicks on the other side. Yeah, he's got a little bit of utility from Runner to bank on as well, but that's about all she wrote. You can see the Sender trying to drift back over, but the important part is the Runner's trying to take space towards the middle here. Timing's going to be curious. Does he catch the information? Does he even hear the steps?
I don't think he wants to go for it because he knows even if he gets a kill, the res is right there anyways. It's not worth it.
Safe. Did he see? He's seen him. He's absolutely seen one of them. That's Nats. Spotted. The spike, however, is still in the hands of Mystic. So they can keep Safe present here a little bit longer. And that's just a feint. They're just trying to sell him this lie. This is a fake through and through, but they haven't pulled all the players here. You've still got Sender. You've still got Kicks near enough by with that. Oh, Runner's found Nats. Hold on. Is it going to start to go wrong now? Liquid need to really hunker down here. No plant in sight just yet. 25 seconds, and Kiko getting proactive. Looking above, and takes the shot as well. Good trade out from Safe to find Mystic, but still, the plant looking so viable here. 15 seconds, still no plant to be found. They're being stalled out here. Liquid finally going to go back for it in the hands of Yampy. Has to get this one down. Gets stalled on the way back out, but he finds safety. Oh, the lockdown. Gonna get that in. They're starting to step towards the side, but they have to respect this. Yampy's gonna put his life on the line. I mean, maybe wants to keep some space for them, keep that time ticking, but now the lockdown's been cleared. But a tease up Kiko to find 2. The shock dart as well out of nowhere, leaving just Trex with a mountain to climb. A few steps to be taken. Liquid, they are back in the game. 10-10, we are tied up all even.
Man, I'm afraid to comment on anything right now because I feel like if I say anything, I might like jinx what's coming up, or. But like what we see there is Kiko's doing kind of like, oh man, he's jumping top screens. We saw that from Safe. Is he about to get the 3K? Well, he did get one.
Yeah, in the end.
In the end, it was 3K. It was a little bit different.
They're getting pumped up, and I don't blame them. 10-10. I wouldn't have blamed you at the half if you thought this is a different game, if we were, you know, maybe in a replay of a previous season, because there's no way this is going to come back to this scenario. They're clutching at straws here. Safe was on an absolute heater. But somehow, Liquid dig deep. But is it all a fake comeback? Is it real?
Here.
You got to think 11, surely. Surely. But I feel like, I wonder if my curse is stronger. I'm not sure. We'll see. Near enough bite, and Liquid pausing. They've been good with this tempo as well. Not too pacey, not too aggressive, but there's a lot of players here. Someone's got to deal with that. Sender's, yeah, screwed. Has to try and retake the angle. What have I done? I can't believe I've done this. It's only 2, it's fine.
Okay. They still have res as well.
You're absolutely right. Red's still in play. There we go. Back up on your feet, Nats. No sweat. Right?
Right?
Right? 35 seconds. You're not going to make a scramble rotation, are you? Into Runner, who's got the Guardian. And does
30
that turret
seconds
spot
left.
them?
He's going to get a great position here as well. Once that turret takes contact, the orb goes up.
Oh,
Blocks a line of sight.
okay. But you can already see the temptation, right? You can already see that Trex was considering rotate. Yeah, they definitely are now. They've heard enough. 14 seconds. They got to make a slapdash go of it. Do they know about Runner? They do now. Nats has gone down 7 seconds. They need the plant to be done. They need it in and they get it. Liquid just about holding onto the seams here. And Mystic and Yampy in unison, somehow keeping this on track. It's all down to Sender in a 1v2. 2 HP in a dream at this point. I don't know if he's got it in him. Mystic sitting pretty, Yampy in a good position as well. Has to reload, has to defuse. So much for one man, but they give him a 1v1. What are you doing? Sender, don't do it. Sender's done it to him. What a horrific moment for heartbreak. Same, I feel you on that one. That's not the round you thought they'd be getting, but in those final moments of the Red Bull clutch, Sender with 2 HP reminds Vitality they can win a round on this half.
I didn't even want to comment on that. I was just like letting it happen. Just give me the result. I don't want to jinx anything.
Just watching the tragedy unfold.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
There's no way he can do it. It's 2 HP.
That is convenient.
That is convenient.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why do they walk one person through the wall instead of double swinging through at the same time? Like,
I don't know. That's the bit that's...
well, when he's had op money, I think he's only had it that what, 1 or 2 times.
Eyes up.
Deep breaths, folks. I'm so sorry, Liquid fans.
Ready.
I feel like it's my fault, but I promise you it's not. No, it's not. I hear you. Oh, Nats. The timing. Yes. So well timed at the forward. I mean, Trex is now sweating. I mean, he looks ice cool, but I promise you, it's not feeling good. Sender on the bailout. The time to lean in through middle. And now Enzo, Kiko, and Mystic are thinking, what the hell's just happened here? We were flawless, faultless until that point. But does Kiko have it in him now?
Oh,
just
spotted.
noticed the barrel. He's seen
Sender
one.
knows.
My Sender seems so aware. Yeah, look at him. Hyper aware of this presence. Kiko's got him. Nice wide swing on that. Clears it. 55 seconds now and a choice to be had. Where do they take this? Do they expect Runner? They don't. The double down on the position. Runner keeps it in control, but now they give away the game, right? Liquid have both been noted firing there. And look at these positions from Vitality. Very off kilter. A drastic attempt to try and keep this safe on the cross. At least Trex under pressure, but he's still looking cool. 21 HP, he's just fine. Dips away a little further to not be affected. Enzo still with that shock dart to play as well, and they've got the plant. This time, can they make up from that madness before? Mystic with what felt like a fumble there in that 2v1 against Sender with Yampy. Needs this. Is it 12-10 or is it 11-11? Trex down low, yes, Safe still alive, and Runner sitting safe, sitting pretty.
2 versus 3, and it's planted for Belt.
Dart's back up in 5 as well. Got a shock dart, here's it ticking closer. Time to get involved, time to make sure. Spots the first, he knows they're not on it, doesn't need to overdo anything. He can depend a little on Mystic here. Yes, he absolutely can, but Enzo now needs to stand tall. Keep his composure, keep his cool. He knows what he's got to do, and he's done enough here. He's secured the round for Liquid, tying this up all even at 11-11. It ain't over yet. Liquid, after a very rocky start in that round, bring this one right back up.
The rounds are messy, but that is Team Liquid style. Getting those trades, getting spotted at 2, going back into ace so late into the round.
Enemy.
You can feel the tension in all of this.
Yeah.
It's knife's edge stuff.
Oh my god, Enzo! Let's go!
These are the moments where you need to remind yourself to breathe. Just don't hold your breath, just like sitting there watching it, just like...
Sender has just invested heavily in Safe. He's gone Safe, go have a round,
There you
go
go.
do us some damage.
down
And he's done that. Mystic's fallen almost instantly. Liquid have the buy still behind them, but that one operator is enough to strike fear in the hearts now. And he's mobile. He's around the map. He's not happy just staying towards A. He's trying to meet these rotations. They're gonna surely hear this. They can't beat him to the punch. They might be able to get a plant though. Let's see. He's stall here. Yeah, a little bit of delay. Find some time. Oh my word, on the drop of the wall. And Nat swing away. Beautiful from Kiko. The Outlaw up to the task, and Nat's there to join in as well. Looking like they want that 12th, and they're gonna get it. Do they take that lead? Yes, they do. Finally taking the lead here, Liquid, 12-11. Vitality now put in a similar position. They have to fight back under the odds when it matters the most.
Really come down to the wire here. Team Vitality need to make something work. Big opening pick here. First Safe in that round. But that 5 versus 4, they weren't able to converge it. They didn't get a single kill after that opening pick. And if Team Vitality want this series, their best opportunity is to take it to OT right here and close it out on map 2. Because going map 3 is going to be a huge, just like, endurance race.
It would be so taxing after some really one-sided halves as well. The highs and lows of it all. This really takes guts to get to this point and hold your nerve. And Safe, just always so audacious. We are having a fantastic show here between Nats and Safe of who's going to find that value, but he's taken all the space. He's been able to tell them exactly where they need to be. Maybe aware of the flank, yes, but they still need to hit towards the site. Look at these positions. Liquid are up against it, but Kiko's still going to find one. They're going to find another Kiko, cracking this one open. And with Vitality, even the right place is on Sender to do some serious damage. They're trying to hold on, and maybe they are. A 1v2, but look who's alive. If there's one man, you are on the job, it's him. And the two absolute behemoths go head-to-head. And it comes out in Nats' favor.
Where's the spike?
Sender wants to just smother it, secure it. A Guardian and the Pit, the Dream, and Nats going head first for Halos into it. It's OT now. 12-12 between the two. Sender saving them in that round.
The gamble stack from Vitality to play that many players towards B. Sender hiding behind Yellow with the Guardian. Nothing clears him out. The Sova's occupied using his ulti. The Kiko's going in with the knives.
One enemy remains.
Safe pushed up A, gets an Omega flank through middle. Comboed with Sender in the back lines from back behind Yellow. Vitality want to close it in 2. They don't want to go to a third map here.
I don't blame them. After we've seen Liquid showing this signs of life, you'd be nervous. But for now, still believing. Liquid having to hold this together. Safe leading the charge for the Vitality side. And this side was fantastic for Vitality. Looked strong, looked robust, looked in control. The same could be said for Liquid once the sides swapped. This time around, no easy start, no free pick to be had. Gonna have to work for their dinner.
Take flight.
The reclear drone can be easily hidden from if they need to.
Showing one so far, that being Safe. What does that show? What does that give? What does that tell? We're already seeing movement through middle. Two players getting a little bit closer by.
We saw this from Team Liquid every round in the first half.
Yeah, we did.
Get push back A, get aggressive middle. But here's the rotations at least.
Runner could
Don't
be
bite off
vulnerable.
more than you can chew.
They can hear this. They can
Yep.
confidently rotate, but again, this puts a lot towards Nats. Did so well.
30
24
seconds
kills,
left.
a highlight player, but he's about to be exposed here. He's got to be very cautious with how he plays this. What can one man do?
Oh.
Left in no man's land, and there's at least a trade for Kiko, but that's about all you're going to get. Yampi, the one to even this back up to a 3v3, holding late position in middle. A denial on the plot, and that's huge! Liquid showing presence late! Finally taking the lead here on this side. Taking back some control as Vitality left trailing behind now.
That was really well played from Yampi there. We didn't get to see the impact of it too much. He got one kill, yes, but hearing all the rotations and then waiting for that late rotation from Runner to come for the late flank through middle, that was a nail in the coffin. Vitality had no options after that happened.
13-12. Map 3, we go again. This is really heating up here. Liquid now on the attack, though.
Is anyone going to hit 30 frags this game?
A couple close. That's going to slip through. Yeah, he's going to actually commit behind this too. This is a dangerous play, but it's Yampi to find safe. Now Runner's in a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, stalled out a little, but he read the play very well. Knowing what Kiko wanted to achieve, but Kicks catching the rotating towards middle, catching the trailing players behind them. Sender holding steadfast. Vitality still not letting it slip. It's Mystic and Yampi, the two that struggled in that 2v1. Now need to come together. Find something here of value. Mystic's position has been noted. It's been read. Hard to find impact now. And Yampi on that slow approach. They got time. They need a couple of kills. Yampi, man who can deliver them. Need a little bit of that magic now. Spots a player. Might lessen the pressure on Mystic, but he needs Mystic involved, and that was an individual effort. There was no help there. There was nothing that could be done, and it's a firing squad. And it's 13-13. We go again.
I think the deeper this game goes, it's going to be harder and harder for Liquid to be able to kind of do anything, because their game plan is going to be read at some point. On defense, if they get pushed back from A, someone's going to walk down mid or tube. On attack side, they're probably going to try to utilize middle in some way, whether it be a full commit or a late backstab or late just like audible in a 3 versus 3 mid round.
I want to see you crawl.
I think Vitality, the longer that this game goes on, is going to be in a better position to close it out.
It looks pacey from Vitality. Yeah, a really bold approach from Safe. Straight challenge towards middle, but look at Kiko on the other side as well. Operator is out. And he's going to have some challenges. Do they expect it? Do they use utility to clear it? Enzo kind of playing him in a little bit off of the pipes, and yeah, he does find his victim, he does find his target. That's a dangerous exit route. He goes right in front of Belt and he loses his life. Maybe could have fallen away safer, but now it's opened up a chance for Vitality to take towards the site. They still have two players here on the other side. Mystic is around and so is Enzo. This is scary times now. Knife's edge stuff, and Safe normally starts getting involved at this point. Trek's the one to lean a little further forward to secure the plant, but he connects the shot. It's Yampi on the trade out here, and it's all getting messy, going back and forth to a 2v2. 50 seconds down, Plant is not down, they're looking for the players. They might just find them. Enzo reads it, and he finds it. Takes away Runner, leaving just Safe alive in 58 HP. He's not gonna get it. 14 rounds, Liquid once again taking back the lead.
Another match point for Team Liquid. They can close it out here if they play this round perfectly. No mistakes. They're going to use a timeout to secure that. Maybe the coach has some input. Maybe they call it an elaborate play. Maybe it's something to just reconfirm what they already know.
Can't help but love Yampi. He's just one up to the challenge. This has been wonderful to watch. Seeing the best of both sides starting to really hit, but can they close the game here, Liquid?
I think this is also the point in time in the game where the round starts evolving into just like question mark after question mark of what's going on, chaos.
Well, let's see who thrives better in it, right? And for now, Liquid, simplistic in approach. Not really making many subtleties of this, and there's a lot of players on the other side. Kick's going to see the first, and it's Runner to find Yampi. And if they go through this wall individually, you're going to have Safe waiting. Yeah, spots out another, goes back for a double dip. Wants to draw blood here. You can see them really chomping at the bit. They want this one started, but it's Runner who's taking away Liquid player by player. Down to Kiko, and that's it. And it's also one-sided. It looks so simple for Vitality.
This is like a perfect example of why it's so difficult, though, for Team Liquid to just run into A with this composition. No flashes, only a single initiator. It's just so hard to break through that choke, especially when Vitality start with 3 players on the site.
Yeah.
But it's almost as if Liquid's out of options. What do we do? Well, we've got mid. They're going to try to play mid, so let's maybe try to go away on them and hope for the best. And that was after a timeout, we have to keep in mind.
You were kind of, I was at least hoping for something a little bit more elaborate, perhaps, or something a little bit further considered. Maybe those plans simply
just
didn't come
go
through.
away.
Yeah, I don't know if that was really the plan from it, but back in we go. Another chance for Vitality to close out in 2. To tie up the series 14-14. Operator is in effect in the hands of Kiko.
Has to be the best jump spot of your life, Trex, because if you go down here to Kiko, oh, he doesn't even go for it either. Did he get it?
Don't know if he got it.
I think he knows.
Certainly does now. Yeah, rings the bell. They've taken all the time to do this. It's down to about 50 seconds here.
It gave the opening to B. That's where the Viper wall is. The Jet op is not going to have any opening shots. 100 HP and an op for the retake. It's not going to be easy.
Turret out.
Not enough utility here to stop the spike from being planted.
They have to relinquish this site at the very least. I don't think they can hold it as it is, but you can see how tentative Vitality are. They're still over towards B. They're still over towards B long. The time.
Wait,
Melons?
the rotation back to A? They don't know what's it.
No. They faked the double pump and it worked out. They've got themselves a plan here. Really playing with Liquid's paranoia. Their worry. You can see that late presence in middle as well. Sender could find the complete dagger in the back. He has given away the game, but it's going to keep attention anyway. Liquid need to get a move on here. They've got to start clearing back through this side. It's a 5v5 still. Barely a point of damage done, and already the first man to step forward gets dealt with. Nats goes down. Safe's there. Yampy's still paranoid about middle. No one's there anymore. They've already managed to shuffle back around. Safe gonna fall off this. Yampy does find kicks. Still, time is ticking. Liquid got to get a move on now. A late dart going to turn the eyes and reveal everything, highlighting them so perfectly in a 2v1. Yampy cannot do enough. It's Vitality to take things back to 15 and take the lead.
I need to get a player cam on Liquid right now because a couple of rounds ago, they were in the lead. They had that map point. They had that timeout. They looked like they were in good spirits. I wonder if now everything's going to be a little bit more tense in their comms, in their camp, in their play.
It feels a bit like it, doesn't it?
They're going attack side here.
Nice!
A's not working out. They don't have enough initiator utility to get into the site. But they're going to run into the same issue at B.
Yeah.
Remember, Sender being back behind yellow, they couldn't clear him out there.
And Sender's really starting to warm into this game. He's been scary to witness. 28 kills for him. And it's easy to imagine it's Safe very much leading the way. And he's been doing good, don't get me wrong, but Sender is the backbone here. Complementing that runner, not a mile away, sitting very near.
Vitality has the read. They're setting up Sender behind yellow again.
Trex
No
is
drone
coming
anymore.
over.
That dart needs to scan him.
It's at least revealed his position, but they just ignore him for now. The trade comes out, so Liquid win up. Okay, Trex, I thought they won out at least the trade on that. Trex is going to slow the roll a little bit here. Deny them that easy access. And with a minute, they need to kind of pause for thought. They've got 3 players left alive here, Liquid, and they don't have full safety on the site. They could risk a plant, but that's a little too far.
No Viper wall anymore. But 3-on-3, guns out. This is where Liquid thrives.
I want to see what they do. They've got 45 seconds to come up with a concept, and they're going for the plant here. Kiko's got to keep him safe.
Spike planted.
Does he get to back away? Yes, he does. Okay, so they get into a decent post plant.
Dart and 2 for Trex. It's up now. Dizzy, Mosh Pit, everything available.
Wingman, they've got so much
Get
here for
smokes,
Vitality.
Wingman for the defuse.
This is big. Okay, there's the first bit of info. There's the dart to follow. Kicks is there to find Enzo. It's getting down to nerve-wracking times here. Kiko looking overwhelmed, looking under pressure, but he's going to thrive, at least for the first time. Oh, the second! Team Liquid! Gripping hold of this. Unwilling to let go. They converted again. This game is never-ending.
Those were the best players from Liquid to have in a situation like that as well. You had Kiko
True.
alive and you had Yampy alive there as well. Just able to close that out with really crisp shots to the head.
I thought Kiko was done for here. Look at this.
Yeah, just being able to
One enemy remaining.
control that 2 bullets per player.
Steal!
Once they got into that 3 versus 3, I knew it was like, oh, okay, like this is the situation that Liquid, if they could control the game to get into those types of situations
They do
every
well.
round, they would do well. But it's getting into those situations that is so difficult for them.
Safe looking like he wants to give them a start here for Vitality, but I don't think anyone wants to play ball, right? It's like no one wants to play the games with you. Not going to give you that free start that you'd be wanting. All in the way.
15 more seconds for that wall to break on its own.
Go to how long do you stay around here? It's because it's only you. Look at the mini map. No one else.
Here we go. 3,
He's got a pocket.
2, 1.
He's got a little pocket to play in. This could be so dirty, but he's running out of time. Oh dear, does he get out? No, he doesn't. Okay, floodgates are open. I doubt Vitality know the level of success they've had, and if they overthink this, they're going to be heard. Look at the position from Yampi. He's got to hear this.
Again.
Oh my god, they are going to be so annoyed when they run into 3 players. They're going to be fuming. I would be.
There's one more. There's one more at mid.
And Yampi's caught safe. This is outrageous from Liquid. Love what they're doing here. Is he going to go in? But still, there's Vitality on the site, Mystic on the trade. Mystic looking for a farm, but he's got it. Beautifully done. Well positioned in this, but a 2v2 is not out of the realms of reality, but 14 seconds is a problem. Yampi and Enzo now. Stunning shot from Enzo. Can't get the follow-up. Hello! Runner's got him!
Wait. How have you done this, Liquid? What? You had everything that you needed. You had Yampi getting all the info confirmed. They're going back to A. He's getting the kill on Safe coming back late.
Spike down. Last player standing.
Where's the crossfire?
Okay.
Nice! Runner! Let's go. No!
Not even on first name basis. Runner?
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah, a lot of my friends call me Pansy, and it does freak me out a little bit. But regardless, 16 to 15, Vitality in the lead, and that is a gut punch for Liquid. That is the one that they're going to be kicking themselves about. But it's not over yet. It's not done, but they need to pick themselves back up here. Because if you're Vitality, you've just been given a second lease at life. Safe wants to... he wanted to fight. He's been trying every single round. He'll take a little bit of a dangerous gamble on at least a fight somewhere, but no one's over-welcoming it.
When you have to explain to someone IRL what you do and they ask you for your gamer name, do you cringe when you say?
I don't say.
I reluctantly cringe and say.
You actually explain it.
Well, sometimes I do.
horrific.
Sometimes if I can get away with saying like I'd rather not say, and they don't,
They don't
try to
pressure
like,
it.
then that's my best way. But if they're really like prying
adamant.
for it, or if someone else says like steal,
Uh-oh, kicks. He just saw a pixel out of place and Vitality just got
Is that
2. This might be it. This might be the death rattle from Liquid unless Nats, Mystic, or Enzo has any tricks up their sleeve. Now is the
30
time to
seconds
bring it out because Vitality are on the verge here. Enzo with that one bit of utility, but Trex is having none of it. He's done. They want out. They want it done. It's over. 2-0 in the end. It was a marathon.